Hello, guys. Thank you for joining us. This is Kickoff Podcast with me, Moria Fakayode. As always, and as usual, I have Hila Fisayo with me. Hila Fisayo is Right Score Senior Writer. Lots of talking point for us to delve into. Hila, you join in this with your introduction. Let's start very quickly because we have a lot of things to unpack. Manchester United put 9 goals past Southampton on Wednesday. It was a result that nobody expected. I personally expected Manchester United to get all 3 points, but not that manner. But the consolation for Southampton will be that they were two players down. But what's your general assessment of the game? 9 goals to nil. It doesn't really look good for Southampton, most especially the second season in a row that they will be conceding 9 goals under the same manager, Rafa Sinalto. How you been? Have you been?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for having me, and thanks to everyone listening to us again. And my name is Ila Komila. And talking about Southampton, I think that's it. I don't want to call it disgraceful result because losing 9-0 to Manchester United, and you also lose 9-0 to Leicester last season. I think I don't really know. Two man down shouldn't be an excuse. There are some teams that will be 3 man down and still they won't concede 9 goals.
I think it's difficult to do that against Manchester United. I understand where you're coming from, but to go two players down, just 70 seconds into the game, a player was sent off. Yes, rightfully so, but it was already 6-0 before the second red card. But the thing was, as far as I'm concerned, going a man down should not be an excuse for you to capitulate. They tried all they could. They held on for a while before Wan-Bissaka found the back of the net like 15-16 minutes after the red card. But the thing is, Southampton should not be capitulating when they are a man down. You saw Aston Villa against was it Wolverhampton Wanderers or Crystal Palace this season? They went 1 man down and they still won that match 3 goals to nil, even with 10 men. I feel that a 10 men Southampton players would even do just enough to trouble Manchester United backlines who are not the Manchester United defense are not the side you should be afraid of. You get what I'm saying, Hila? I feel like going a man down should not be an excuse to look 6-0 before the second red card. Or what do you think?
That's exactly what I mean. Going even 2 men down doesn't give you an excuse to lose to a team 9-0, even if it's Bayern Munich. So I really don't see a reason why you should be losing to Manchester United 9-0. And well, it's a good result for Manchester United though, and it gives them the goal difference they want, and
it really boosts their goal difference.
Exactly. So I think Manchester United should not capitalize on this or rely on this result and think they are back in form. They should just make sure they do the needful to make the top 4.
United were ruthless. Yeah, they got the chance. Southampton presented the chance to them, and they took it with both hands. If United had the chance to score 40 against Southampton, trust me, they would, because they were very ruthless. It wasn't as if they were very fantastic, even against 10 men Manchester Southampton that later became 9 men. They weren't that fantastic, but they were just in that common sense mood. Guys, it's 10 men Southampton. We need to do what we needed to do, and they got the result. Where does this leave Manchester United going forward, Hila? Do you see them still challenging? Because I feel that there's no challenge. Everybody should not be deceived. Personally, I'm not going to be deceived by Manchester United, thinking that Manchester United will be challenging Manchester City. For me personally, to be perfectly honest, so I feel that for me, United are not in the title race. They might be second, but I feel that they are not in the title race. It's good for them. They will definitely finish in the top 4. But where does this leave Manchester United going forward, Hila?
Well, I'm not convinced yet. I used to say this for sometimes now Manchester United is not a team you should be carried away when they win in a match. If Manchester United win in a match, the next match they perform so terrible. So I'm not yet carried away. I still want to see them do more. This Manchester United team.
You want to see that consistency.
Yes, exactly. They can deceive. So I think I still want to see that consistency. I want to see them playing against Everton and they give us the results we are expecting.
Rafa, also, where does this leave him? It can be very difficult, right? First against Leicester City, 9-0. How does he just get his team back on track? How can he do it? 9-0 against Leicester City last season. 1 year later, they were fantastic. Now it's another setback for them. 9-0 against Manchester United. Although you have to mention that the red card that was given to Jan Bednarek was never a red card, but the FA has since rescinded that red card, and Bednarek will be available for their match this Saturday. But where does this leave Rafa Arsenal? How does he motivate his guys to get back, to dust that performance, that result, to just forget about it and move on?
Well, you've said it. They should just forget about it and move on, and make sure they really give the fans what they needed from them in their next game, and make sure they go away with all the 3 points, because losing to Manchester United 9-0 should motivate them to do more and to make sure they don't go back to their worst performance.
All right, let's talk Liverpool. That I don't know what to say. Liverpool lost to Brighton and Hove Albion at Anfield by 1-0. This was a team that in 68 games, nobody defeated them in the Premier League. That's spanning 3.5 years. But in back-to-back games now, they've lost to Burnley by 1-0. To Brighton and Hove Albion now by 1-0 as well. Liverpool this season have been huffing and puffing, and there are so many problems with Liverpool. There are so many things wrong with Liverpool. You have to factor in the fact that they've had so many injury crises. The guys that are supposed to be manning that midfield are not playing in their preferable midfield role. Fabinho has been playing defense, and Jordan Henderson as well has been playing in defense. What happened? Brighton were fantastic, you have to say. The defenders knew their job. That the Brighton defenders, they did their job. They defended. The midfielder. Their midfield did their job. The job was to create and control the game. They did it, and the forward as well were looking to score. If there was a side that looked even more likely to score another goal in that game after Brighton scored the first goal, it was Brighton. Liverpool were that very poor. They lacked cutting edge. They were very lackluster. Hila.
Yeah, Liverpool was very poor. Even Mohamed Salah was very, very poor in that game, losing some clear chances, some good chances they should have converted. But Salah was not there to rescue Liverpool. And I'm talking about losing at Anfield. This is a team that has been unbeaten for 68 games at Anfield, but losing back-to-back at Anfield is something I'm surprised about. I really did not see this coming. I don't see this coming. Liverpool should just buckle up and make sure they do something to stop this
this wrath.
Yes, this wrath. And I really don't. I said it in one of the podcasts that Liverpool will come back to their best, but seeing them the way they are playing right now, it doesn't seem they are coming back to their best. And Thiago Alcantara was not giving them all the best they want. I really don't know what is going on with him. I think he hasn't get into the team yet.
That's not gotten his rhythm. Everybody has said. I feel that he's overrated.
Well, I can't really say he's overrated right now, but I think he hasn't get used to the team yet, and he's not giving them what.
Is it more of a mental fatigue for Liverpool? Is it more of a mental fatigue or physical fatigue?
I can say the injury in the team is giving them is giving them headache. So
Virgil van Dijk out I think Joel Matip, Joe Gomez, lots of injuries.
Exactly. I think
injuries that are enough to break a team. team.
Exactly. I think it's the injury, not about a matter of mental
fatigue.
Exactly.
Fatigue,
Yeah,
right?
I think it's just the injury, and Liverpool will come back to their best.
All right. I would have loved us to dwell more on Thiago Alcantara, but probably in our next podcast because we have a lot to unpack. Let's come to the Thursday evening game that finished between that happened between Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea. Chelsea won that by a goal to nil, Georgian penalty in the 24th minute of the match. Who was fouled now for the penalty? I think it was Timo Werner that was brought down by Eric Dyer. Let's talk about Tottenham Hotspur. Fantastic performance by Chelsea. You have to say they are getting back into their rhythm, clawing their way back into the top four and all of that. You have to give credit to Thomas Tuchel, right? He knew what he wanted against Tottenham. He knew that Tottenham are not at their best, but he also knew that it would be difficult for Chelsea to just go to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and just steamroll Tottenham. But they got the job done. 3 points in the bag, 4 points away from the top four. Let's focus on Tottenham Hotspur. Is football leaving Jose Mourinho, like everybody has said? Because the Tottenham guys they don't seem to be. I mean, it just look like they are not motivated to do anything. Tottenham I go down, and I didn't see any sense of urgency from the guy. They didn't play with any sense of urgency, like they really wanted to get back into the game. They were very, very poor. I don't know, like Tottenham were very, very poor. Heung-min Son was in fact all the 11 players were nowhere to be found. There were nothing to write home about. You could argue that Harry Kane, Mr. Tottenham, was not available for the game, but that's not an excuse. This has happened under Mauricio Pochettino in the past, and Tottenham navigated their way through brilliantly well. But it's worrying me, right? It's worrying some that Tottenham without Harry Kane have failed to win now in back-to-back games. What's your assessment? And to make the matter worse, Gareth Bale was on the bench. Like, he left Gareth Bale on the bench for the whole 90 minutes.
Well, Tottenham lost to Chelsea by a goal to nil, thanks to Hugo Lloris for making some good saves and denying Chelsea to score more than a goal. And talking about
and the Chelsea guys were not clinical as well too. You have to
exactly, yeah,
they weren't clinical.
Exactly. And talking about Mourinho now, I don't think football left to Mourinho, as you said.
I
just think it's just a trial time because the Mourinho we all know, even at Chelsea, he faced things like this, and when he left, he does some great job in another club's goal. So I think it's just a trial time for Mourinho now, and I really can't say Mourinho is finished yet, because we all know what Mourinho can do. He can do and undo at any fucking time. So I think Mourinho is not finished yet. It's just a trial time for him.
Where does this leave Tottenham Hotspur? They are now 7 points behind the top four. 8th position, Chelsea up to 6th. Where does leave Jose Mourinho going forward? You have to understand as well that Regulan, one of the best player for Tottenham this season, was not available. Dele Alli, yes, he has not been using, but he's not available. Lo Celso is not available, and Mr. Tottenham himself, Harry Kane, was not available for that match. But that's not an excuse. Even if you be losing to Chelsea, it shouldn't be in that manner. They gave absolutely nothing. They offered absolutely nothing. Like, where does this leave Tottenham Hotspur going forward? Can they still finish in the top four?
Well, I don't think Tottenham Hotspur can finish in the top four. But if they come back from this game and they are consistent, I think they can still make it into the top four if they are consistent. But this Tottenham I'm seeing right now, they doesn't look like a team that will be consistent in their next few games.
All right, a quick one. We are pressed for time. Liverpool will be hosting Manchester City on Sunday. Will it be another defeat for Liverpool?
Well, I really don't think so, but I'm seeing a draw.
I'm predicting 4-2 in favor of Manchester City. All right, we have to go. In our next pod, we'll be talking about Marcelo Bielsa. Thank you very much, guys, for listening. Follow RightScore on Twitter and on Instagram at RightScore Updates. My name is I am Fakirsa on Twitter, Hila_Fisayo for Hila on Twitter. Hila, your final word.
Yeah, thanks for listening to us, and make sure you stay safe. Say no to rape. Rape is a cause.
Bye-bye for now.